What's going on? Schuyler Diehm here, men's fitness coach, and today we are in this deceptively plain room to go over 8 different variations of the kettlebell swing. Let's get into it. So the kettlebell swing is one of those moves that is extremely effective for things like fat loss, hormone optimization, strength gain, but it's also one of those moves that is kind of boring, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. And so in this video, we're going to really go over 8 different variations. Now, if you are still not really sure about the benefits of the kettlebell swing, created a video right here. You can actually go in the description of this video and check that. And then also, if you're a little bit unsure about the form of the swing, you can go to the video that I created here by going in the description to find that video. And stay till the end where I'll talk about a couple different ways for you to use these variations in your workouts. So variation number 1 isn't really variation, and it's just the standard kettlebell swing. Now this swing is obviously very basic. It's going to be a very fluid motion, going to be very simple. It's going to be the standard, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it because if you're watching this video, you hopefully know how to do it. The second variation of the kettlebell swing is going to be the one-handed kettlebell swing. Now, just like any of the other variations that we're going to talk about today, as you're learning the form of these, you should use a much lighter weight to be a little more safe. But all this is going to be is, rather than gripping the kettlebell with both of your hands, you're going to be gripping it with one, and you're going to be putting it really in the same position at the bottom, and then the same fluid motion of squeezing those glutes and swinging it up to your standard, chin or chest level, and using momentum to control it the entire way. Variation number 3 is the alternating hand kettlebell swing. Now, this is basically the same as the one-handed swing, except every rep or every 5 reps or however often you want to do it, you're going to be switching hands. Now, you definitely can't use the same weight with this exercise as you could with the two-hand kettlebell swing, especially if you're working on your grip strength. Definitely make sure you're in a controlled environment, you're safe, where it's okay if you drop the kettlebell, but as you go and as you do this, you're going to get a little more used to it, a little more comfortable, and eventually you'll be able to do it very fluidly. Variation 4 is going to be the overhead kettlebell swing, also known as the American swing. Now, what this is going to involve is basically, instead of going to chest level or chin level, you're going to be raising the kettlebell pretty high up while you're swinging it. And so a lot of people may say that this can put your back at risk, and if you are using weight you can't control and your form is not dialed in, it absolutely can. So if you are using this variation in your workouts, you want to make sure that you are doing it in a very safe and controlled manner. But the beauty here is that you really get to practice that explosiveness to send that kettlebell even further up than you would with the normal swing. Variation number 5 here is going to be the one-arm kettlebell snatch. Now again, you're going to want to use a slightly lighter weight here, and a little disclaimer, if you are wearing any watches, you're going to want to take them off, and if you are wearing a strap like the Whoop or the Amazon Halo, you can just spin it rather than taking it off, so the fragile part is on the inside of your wrist. But all you're going to be doing here is you are going to be taking the kettlebell, you're going to be swinging it just like a one-arm kettlebell swing, you're going to be going all the way up, and then as soon as you almost hit the top, you're basically going to do a punching motion to flip over the kettlebell and get it to land on your wrist. Now, again, start lighter weight here because you don't want to be slamming your wrist with the kettlebell. The more you practice this, the more you're going to be able to do this in a fluid motion where it doesn't hurt, it's not putting a lot of pressure on your wrist. It's just a very simple way to get in position to hold it up there, and then what you're going to do from there is basically flip it over. It's kind of like a reverse punch, and bring it back between the legs and then do another rep. And the beauty here is, as you swing it up, it allows your core to kind of crunch to make sure that you stay tight. So again, while you're doing these, while you're getting in motion, while you're practicing, make sure that you are using a weight that you can fully control. All right, variation number 6 is going to be the staggered stance swing. Now, what we're going to be doing here is basically, instead of having our feet in the same exact position, we're going to put our dominant foot in front, and then we're going to move our other foot back slightly, and we're going to be staying more on the balls of our feet. And so you should be in a very strong base here. You shouldn't be in the position where you're off balance, but it is going to be in the position where you are a little bit staggered. So you are, when you're squeezing your glute, going to notice the activation a little more in that one glute. And so swing, come down, swing, squeeze, come down, swing, squeeze, and then of course you're going to want to work out the other side. So when you do the certain number of reps on one side, you're going to want to switch the feet. Bring the right foot forward and then kick the left foot back and do that swing. Variation number 7 is going to be walking swings. And so basically what you're going to be doing here is at the top of the swing, when the kettlebell is in the air, you're going to want to take a quick 2 steps forward. With this swing, so as you come in the air, 2 steps forward, you can also be taking steps backward. So 1 rep, maybe step forward, and then 1 rep, maybe step back if you're in a very tight space. But this allows you to kind of move, and it allows you to activate your hamstrings and balance and make sure you really have everything set in place while you're doing these reps. And it's kind of a fun way to add more to your inventory. And then finally, variation number 8 is going to be lateral swings, which is rather than walking forward and backward, you're going to be walking left and right. So same exact positioning. When you swing the kettlebell and when it gets to the top, that's when you can either step left very quickly with both feet and then step right with both feet on the next rep. And again, you can do 5 to the left, 5 to the right, or you can do 1 left, 1 right, 1 left, 1 right, so you stay in that tight position. So these are the 8 different variations. These are kind of ways to make kettlebell swings more interesting. Obviously, you have a whole different inventory of kettlebell exercises if you're not including the swing, from shoulder presses to snatches to so many different types of exercises. So really what we were sticking with in this video are these swings. Now, as far as how to implement these in your workouts, so I did a 10-minute kettlebell workout that you can check here. And again, that's the link in the description, which basically is going to be 30 seconds on of swinging and then 30 seconds off for 10 minutes. So you're going to do about 10 rounds. So you could easily take any one of those 30-second rounds and you could implement one of these variations of the swing. Now, of course, you'd want to make sure that you are using the weight that corresponds with the type of swing. You don't want to be overloading weight, or you don't want to be using too light of weight depending on what exercise you're doing. But like I said, any one of those intervals that you are swinging, you could easily swap out these. You could do the whole exercise with one variation. You could do one set of one variation. You could do the next set of another variation. There's really a lot of different combinations for this, but as long as you want to spice it up, just throw these in whenever you can of these different types of variations. So those are the 8 different types of kettlebell swing variations. I'm curious, in the comments, let me know which one is your favorite, which one seems like it'll be your favorite if you haven't had the chance to do them. But besides that, make sure, if you are interested in learning how we help our clients see awesome results with their fitness with a combination of resistance training, fasting, and mindfulness, that you go in the description of this video for a free guide that we put together. It's going to break down the exact steps of what we actually do with our clients to help them lose anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds in the first month of working together. So make sure you check that out, but besides that, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications if you're looking for more awesome content. Of course, leave a comment with any other of your thoughts. And with that being said, as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.